We've already spoken briefly about receiving a payment from a customer when you have invoiced them. We've also talked about how when a customer gives you full payment at the time of service that you can do a sales receipt. And we've talked about how you can go into make a or receive a payment from a customer, and then you can go to make a deposit, and the deposit will pop up here. If you have not got that covered, you can go to our section on invoicing and sales receipts for more detail if you don't understand that. I want to go into some more detail now, though, about receiving payments. In the preferences, under banking, you want to see here, checking. You want to go and set it up so that your payments are always grouped with undeposited funds. Payments, there we are. Okay. You want to set it up under company preferences that you always use undeposited funds as your default deposit account. That's the one. You can check these two if you want, and I would if I were you, but make sure that this box is checked, because what you want to happen is at the time that you go in for a particular customer and you receive a payment, you know whenever this customer when they pay you and they owe you money, if we can find a customer that owes us money, right? There we are. Okay, so $1,677 comes in, and we receive a check payment, and we say we close. And so now we have a payment sitting in there. We can do it again, but the goal here is that it will sit here as undeposited. And then if we are going to make a deposits on a particular day, we might have 1 or 50 checks that we're depositing, and we click on that and click on all of them, and we say OK, and it puts the deposit window up, and this will match our deposit slip before we send it off, and that will cause it to match the bank account and the bank statement when the statement comes. If you do not, under Preferences, Payments, check that box, every single deposit for every check will be deposited independently as a line item on your checkbook. Even though you might have 10 of them that group together for one deposit, in QuickBooks it will show 10 different deposits. And that becomes a nightmare to try to reconcile your bank account. All right, a few other details about this. Let's say that a customer overpays you. All right, so you go into a customer and receive payment, and this payment, or from this customer, you get a payment for $100, right? But there is no payment in here, or they pay you more than the amount. What's going to happen if you select this at this point is it's going to say that this customer does not have an invoice that is owing. Would you like to print a credit memo, like they overpaid you and you need to pay them back? You can do that if you want. If they overpaid you on an invoice, then you could literally set up to print a credit memo, and then you can write a check to pay them back, and it will properly allocate things like sales tax payable that they may have overpaid or something like that. But that is one option to clear up that option. And when they overpay you, you definitely want to document it. You can leave that unchecked and not create a credit memo, and it will just put a negative amount on the accounts receivable report for that individual. You can look in the reports and go to customers and go to the, and it will show you every single customer and all of their invoicings and all of their payments. So it'll give you detail with which to, make decisions, collections, and things like that. So let's say that you're making a deposit for a customer, and to show you this example, I'm actually going to go create a deposit for this customer, and so this customer has the deposit, or for you, you've made a deposit, you're ready to make a deposit, but let's say that they paid you cash of that amount, and as is so often the case, the boss has taken that cash and has paid for something with it. The process to rectify that is to say that cash back goes to shareholder distributions. And you can put in a note, John, if John's the owner, John took cash, right? And the cash back that he took, if he took $1,000 out for personal use, then your deposit is correct, but your customer has received a credit for the full payment that they owed. And this will record everything properly in QuickBooks so that you have a clean record, including how much he has taken out of the business. So you can save and close that, and you're good to go. That's